Hello. Hello. What's up, Firelord? What's up, Jake? I want to play my main, but my mom got upset. She told my brother in a different room he wasn't allowed to play games anymore in the evening. That's interesting. When's your new job start? Isn't that soon? '15th of July. Nice. So... Ooh. Okay, I was in a big rush. I was supposed to start streaming like 10 minutes ago, but I wasn't able to. So, I am sorry, but here I am now. We're going to do VOD reviews and Am I the Problem? And we're supposed to jump over to the CTM one. Not quite sure how that works. Because we're supposed to do an event with them. Starting soon, but I don't know. Let's see. I genuinely played 2 matches in the afternoon. My brother has been chatting for like a week now. Whatever he does, my mom at me as well. That is stupid. Oh my. I am exhausted. I just took the fastest shower there's ever could have been. I'm good. I am a little tired, but I'm good. So am I the problem codes? I think it's in the mod chat, no? Yeah, you can DM it if you want. I'll message the admin. Ooh, okay. I don't think your mom is a jerk. I think it's just time to move out. At some point, that's how it works. It's different when you're that age and you're a parent and things like that. Okay, looks like they're getting it set up now. So, let me bring up the... We have 2 tank VODs to do. We have an Emma tank in Diamond, which is Caesar. So I'll bring that one up first. We'll have that one ready to go. We have another one just in case. And I have no idea how this works. So this will be fun. This one, Caesar. Good. Very nice. Or should we go straight to Am I the Problem, since that's what they said they're going to... Maybe we should do Am I the Problem first. That's probably a good idea. Because Am I the Problem, we usually do, like... We usually are educational, so it'll still be good, but it's also, like, more fun. Also, Jake, can you jump into mod chat real quick and help me test something? Yeah, the VC. Give me like a minute? Okay. Or Churro, if you're here. Maybe I'll just steal Valk or something. Part of, like, the program is having the music, but I don't know how music works over Discord. I have to stream the whole screen? Hello. Yes. I don't think stream can hear you, but that's okay. Can you just look at the stream and tell me if you can hear the music, if you can hear me, and if you can hear the game? Can you hear that stuff? Yeah, you can hear it all? Okay, perfect. Thank you. What's that? So you can hear the music, you can hear the game, and you can hear me? Okay, let me try to turn the music up. It might get loud, I'm sorry. Could you hear that? Yes? Okay, good. All right, thank you, Jake. Bye. All right. Yes. And if not, that's okay. I also have regular VODs to be reviewed saved up, and then I also have Am I the Problem VODs to be. Usually the way it works is for Am I the Problem. It's a ranked game where you lost and then you got flamed by somebody and you remember who flamed you. And so we go through and we watch like your perspective, we try to be educational, and then whenever things break down and you guys lose a fight, we figure out why it is and have a little fun along the way. Okay. So I guess if you want, is it like a regular just figure out what's going on, like coaching VOD, or is this like you got flamed and we want to see the person who flamed you? Because usually that person is bad. Low.
Appears to just be a regular VOD.
Okay, that's fine. Either is fine. Oh, a strange player. Yeah, we can do this. Just a regular... Okay. Regular VOD works. It looks like you play strange. So we can do a regular VOD, and then after a regular VOD, we can go do an Am I the Problem? I assume it's Angus Beef 23. Yeah, perfect. All right. Okay, I think we're ready. Jump into it. All right. Hopefully everybody can see. And then I'm also streaming on Twitch and YouTube if you guys want to watch on those. Either or is fine. Okay, let's get started. All right, hello everybody. We have another VOD review today. This is, I believe, Diamond. No, this is Plat. Plat Strange. So, let's see what we can do. So I'm already something I don't like that a lot of Stranges do is they overemphasize their shield. It's really easy to use your shield too much. So early on, you want to use your health bar instead of your shield. Right? So you have 700 health. Here, if you take damage, the people behind you, right, your Invis and your White Fox, they get ult charge and they get healing numbers when your health goes down. And then if it goes down too far, then you have your full health shield in case you get like pulled by Invis or Bucky or something like that, or, you know, something else goes wrong. So a lot of the times you want to just use that health bar first. Okay. think we have a... Maybe BP killed everything. That happens sometimes. Okay. Nice cancel. Okay, BP is dead. Let's take some space. Okay, this I don't like. A lot of people do this on this map. There's a pretty big fundamental like misunderstanding of where you're supposed to stand here. Most of the time, this part of the map just like doesn't get played on much until later. So the better thing to do here as a tank, especially these two tanks in particular, you want to start up here. And your team is doing the right thing. They're pushing up. So if you push here, then you clear the high ground, then you guys can drop down when you need to, and you've already secured this corner. And that does a couple different things. First, it alleviates the high ground, right? So if you're turning your corner here, if you're turning the corner here and you don't have control of this high ground, this Cyclops, this Invis, this Strange, they can all either jump down on you or more likely they can just pressure you out. And then any time in this game when you have this long opening, it's like pretty hard to push through. So that makes it a lot more difficult. So securing that high ground is really helpful. And then the second thing is it gives access to your team. And then, as I said earlier, like anytime you have this long open area, this can be pretty difficult. But if you push through the top, clear this, that just gives you access to all of this, right? So now... Instead, if we push this corner, get access, then jump down to here, we're fighting on this corner, which is super advantageous compared to like way back here, which is really kind of slow and passive, and it gives the enemy team a chance to get a foothold, which is probably what's going to happen here. I do like... Now, we kind of compensate by using a movement ability, but at the same time, we're playing Strange. So like that's a 12-second cooldown. That's pretty rough. And we get obliterated for it. So, yeah, just picking the right path, which is really hard on this map. Like, totally understandable. Nice. Okay. Nice. See, this is actually a pretty good example of using your shield kind of properly. So the situation is completely different than when we were talking about earlier. Over here, you have cover. Everybody's close together. You can get a lot of healing from your supports. But now we're in this long open area. And so you need to try to close the distance. So using your shield here and your weaving in your primaries and your shield, that actually is a pretty good use, especially because you have two divers on your backline, right? So you're taking away space, you're putting pressure on their supports, you're cutting off line of sight to the diver. You're doing a pretty good job. This is great. I like this. We realize we've gone too far. Now we should use our shift to get out. Good. Great timing on the cancel. I love this. We just give space. Respect the cloacal. You have to. Good stuff. So now let's see, just to make my point from earlier, now that the Cyclops has this high ground, this is exactly what it does. It forces this team to play on this corner instead of this one, because they can't now, because this is taken. So you can do that as a tank. It's super useful. BP ult. Nice. Oh, this is actually great recognition. So, for anybody else, the person who played this, they did a great job here of they were trying to take some space, put some pressure on. That's great. And then if you look at their health bar, I always say to use the health bar as a tool. The health bar is going down and it's not coming back up, right? And so they know without even looking, right? They knew here, something's going on in my backline. I'm not getting healed at all, and I'm not able to make any pressure. So now we know we can't push any farther. Let's back up and see what's going on. And we turn around and, hey, look, lo and behold, there's Venom who's cutting off our supports and has even got our White Fox into melee form. So now our healing's going to be out. Now, this can be a pretty tough situation. I don't always recommend turning around. It's better to take the information, right? So you figured out, okay, my supports are busy for some reason, but we're also playing the main tank. We're playing Strange, and there's people in front of us. So if you turn around, a good tank like this Strange and a good Invis and a good Clops, they're going to put the pressure down main. It's like you turn around and immediately they should take up the space, which they do. So be careful of this, especially when you have two tanks. Now your Emma, I think, died. She's on her way back. So that leaves you to hold the front. A lot of the times, as shitty as it is, when you're playing tank, you have to leave the supports to kind of fend for themselves and hope a DPS peels for them. Because if you turn like this, the Strange is going to capitalize on the space. Now we're in an invis ult. So be careful of that, but great job recognizing the pressure and not pushing anymore. Okay, please don't ult here. Oh, good timing. Wow. Most of the time when people do an ult like that, they do it too early and it's still in the invis ult. But that was great. I loved it. Nice. Good. I love this. We're not on cart. We're holding the choke. This is amazing. Okay. Nice try. We got the point. Just back out. So good. Yeah, assume you guys get stalled out when we turn the corner. So let's see what happens. I don't think the enemies really changed team comps. If anything, they got off BP. W key, W key. Back up, back up. Good. Get out. Ah, that's tough. A lot of the times with Clops ult, there is enough time to figure out what side you're on, right? Because you know you have like right in the middle, go either side, or you're on the left, you're on the right, and then you just go to which side it is. A lot of the times you can actually just walk, and especially for Strange, sometimes the shift startup, you kind of stay in the same spot. Tough though. It's kind of a reaction test. Okay, oh. Okay, this is bad target priority. So when you have two targets in front of you, the simple answer here is like, yeah, you should have been shooting Daredevil, right? But like, why should we have been shooting Daredevil? Whenever you're picking a target, a lot of the times what you do is you pick the best target that's available, right? When you're on offense, right? When you were earlier and we were attacking people here, it's like, okay, let's do damage to the person we're most likely to kill. Back here, the purpose is different. We're not trying to take space. We're actually trying to like deny space and save our invis, okay? So when you do this damage to Venom, I think you probably do like, I don't know, maybe like 200? Like 2 full primaries and 2 full whips. That's a decent amount of damage, right? But if you look at Venom, you know, he has his ult, he still has his shield, he has all of his cooldowns, he can shift out. It's not really useful. But if you look at their Daredevil, he's only got 300 health. And then if he is using his block, then he's not doing damage. And then he doesn't kill the invis. So simple target priority, things like that, can really change like a huge part. Like it can completely change the outcome of the game.
Hands are shaking again. Focus.
A little help, please. Cover me.
Good medicine. Psionic magic.
So I don't normally talk about mechanics much because it's one of the most like personal aspects of the game. It's different for everybody. One thing I do want to check is your sensitivity seems a little low. You want to be able to... Your sensitivity needs to pass a couple checks comfortably. Whatever that is for you, right? You need to be able to hit people at a medium to far range pretty reliably. So if it's too high and you can't do that, that tells you it's too high. You need to be able to hit people close up, right in your face like this. And then you need to be able to do quick 180s. You need to be able to turn all the way around. So make sure your sensitivity is at a spot where you can do that. I see an aggressive ult here. Maybe we're watching out for Invis push. No, she doesn't have a jump. Okay, our Emma's dead. Oh, get the kill. Oh, so close. Nice. Okay. Didn't work out. What happened back here? What? I was fighting a daredevil. It has no cooldowns. It just died. Happens. Oof. This is one of those things where, like, there's probably a couple things we could have done better. For one thing, whenever you ult, you do need to plan around your dark energy. It's better to have like 40 to 50. So that way, whenever you get in this situation, right? Because if we were at 40, we would have been up to like 80, right? So that's like minimum. And then Jake is saying, you could even have it at 80 before you ult. So maybe 80 is the key then. But we definitely can't go in at 20. Like, you want to aim for like minimum 40, and then 80 is much better. Especially higher up you go, because then people have a faster chance to react to it. So then if you need to get 2 full primaries and 2 full whips, that's enough time for the other support to do something, to help out, or a tank to get in the way or pull you or sleep, or whatever it is. The second thing is I don't think that's applicable. So, and then to top all this off, our team double support ults on a fight where we're already down 2, which sucks. So at least we got their Invis ult out and their Daredevil ult. 20, the Strange ult is deceptively slow. Oh. Interesting. Oh, uh-oh. Okay, what's happening? Hang on.
The Sorcerer Supreme lives once more.
Okay, let's talk about staggers for a bit. So most people think staggers happen when you see a 6 people on the enemy team. You don't turn around and see your team is dead and you just run in. The 2 most likely things that actually cause staggers are, number 1, fighting a lost fight. Right, so if we look at this Emma right now sees that White Fox is dead, Strange already died, Klops just died, Invis already died, and then I think BP is engaged, but he's a flanker, so who cares, right? So if I'm standing here and I'm this Emma, I realize all that, and this fight is just completely over, so I'm literally going to turn around, and I'm going to go as fast as I can to either spawn or safety, right? So sometimes you can get away with it over here on this map. But what this does here, this is either a die or get out call, right? Because if this Emma just goes in as quick as she can and dies as fast as she can, so she doesn't use Diamond Force, she doesn't use her shield, she goes straight for a support so they can't ignore her, she's going to die quickly and then respawn with her team. That would have been better like 5 seconds ago or something, right? Or right here even realize my Invis is dead, my Strange is dead, this person's probably dead, this person's probably dead. I'm literally just going to stand here, right? The second thing, so that's not getting out of a lost fight. The second thing is trying to save a teammate. Now, I know you're trying to be a good teammate here, and you're like, okay, my BP is attacking here. My Emma needs help, right? Emma needs help. She's half health. Let me go shield her off and help. Don't do this. Let your Emma die. Back up. because what happens if you don't is that Emma is still going to die 9 times out of 10 because this is a very disadvantaged state. And then you're probably going to die too. Or at the very least, even if you don't die, you're going to use all of your support's cooldowns to keep you alive and all of your cooldowns, right? So we've already used shift and we're going to use our shield, which is probably about to break. So now we don't have shield health. We don't have our shift and the Emma still died, right? Worst case scenario is you do all of this and then you still die before the Emma gets back and then we're staggered again. So let your teammates die, respawn together, and work as a team. If the fight is over, you guys are fighting 4v6, go out in a blaze of glory. If you're like a main tank or a slow character, just W key directly at a support, make them kill you. Or if you're a fast character, Captain America, Angela, sometimes Hulk, all sorts of fast DPS, just completely get out, disappear, and go reset. Big ult. So let's see. Let's see how this could have been avoided. Look at our team. White Fox is over here. She doesn't have her stuff. Luna's over here. She already used freeze. I think this was just a ult diff. You guys didn't have any ults and they used to. There's a couple other things. The stagger kind of used a lot of our cooldowns, but it was a fat strange ult. Okay. Bro, you're getting annihilated up front. What is happening? Let's just look around and see. Everybody's here. Why are we taking so much damage? Damn. Okay. So, 2 things here. When you're playing main tank, you want to minimize the damage taken that you don't have to take, right? So if you're standing here and you're trying to contest the thing, making sure he doesn't walk directly into your backline, that's not optional damage, right? You have to take that damage or else thing will not respect you and walk into your backline. Now over here, this is damage that you don't have to be taking, right? So that's like all of that damage right here. We took 150 and then we took a lot of shield health. We really didn't have to take that. You can move around to the right, use cover, and then appear here. Now we have full shield health and things like that. And what that also does is it's going to force your teammates to walk behind you because you're playing the main tank. You can also do it on this side. It's a little bit more goofy, especially for Strange. But yeah, try to minimize the damage that you don't need to take. If you watch top ranked tanks, they're always hugging corners, always using cover aggressively whenever they can. The next thing is be aware of melee characters on Strange, especially Thing. He loves to get up in your face, and like when you play as a Thing main, your whole goal, your whole game plan, good lord, is to get in close. How am I going to get in close? How am I going to get in close? And so that's what he's thinking. And then he doesn't even have to figure it out. He actually just throws out his shift and one of these abilities. It's like he's not playing well, but you just give it to him, right? So be sure to like know the other characters' win conditions, especially the tank v tank mashups. It can really go just a long way. One of the best examples of this is like Thing and Dino, and just mirroring them, right? So if Thing is over here or Dino is over here, you're just over here, right? If they rotate down over to this way, they're going to take a bunch of poke damage, and then you can rotate to this way. And you kind of peek in and out, and you swap sides with them. That's a lot easier on a character like Hulk, but Strange definitely can do it, and Emma can do it. And the whole time you're peppering them so they feel pressured so they can't just walk in. Here you got a portal. I mean, you can risk it, but I would have just started portaling. Yeah. When you're playing teamwork, like if you're playing customs in this, then I would say, like, you know, you can communicate with your flanker and know, like, yeah, I can touch point or not. If you're in the ranked ladder, 9 times out of 10, you just like don't trust your teammates and like you have to portal, especially because you already picked Strange. Like it is on you to portal like kind of early. Let's see how we do defense. Okay. This is a really tough situation. Yeah. This is so tough. Okay. Let's go back and let's see if there's anything we could have done.
There is only one soul.
So, our team comp, we have White Fox, we have Luna, we have Cyclops, we have Thing, we have Iron Fist. It seems like a pretty evenly matched team comp. Nothing crazy there. All right, this is our first sign, right? Where if we're paying attention to our health bar, we know something's going on in our backline. Our White Fox is playing the wrong spot. They're playing down here. White Foxes need to be playing up here, so that way they don't have to waste this TP, right? Now, where's our Luna? Luna is also in the wrong spot. Once again, this high ground is so valuable. You can start here. You can scoop back. You can get a health pack. You can use this cover. You can use this cover. You can use this corner, all this other stuff. So we are a tank player, so that we literally cannot press anything on our keyboard to force this Luna to play correctly. But since they're not, one thing I would do, if you notice this a lot in your games, like say plat and below, the best thing you can do is actually just give up point. Just let it go. And like stand over here. If you stand right here, there's no way this Luna can heal you, and there's no way this White Fox can heal you. And one of 3 things will happen. Either, like with the White Fox, what she does is she's like, oh wait, I can't heal my Strange, right? She's trying to do stuff and she's like, I can't heal my Strange. And then she TPs to the Strange, right? That'll happen over here, and then you have forced your White Fox to you. The other thing is this Luna, she'll be here, and then you'll be standing there, and then she'll just stay standing there instead of drop down. Because supports and main tank, they have this like mother duckling kind of relationship. Just a that's just kind of how their brains are wired to work together. And so if you're playing a main tank, so like Strange, sometimes Thing, especially Magneto, and you stand in the right spot, they will naturally just find themselves standing behind you. So you play to that. The other thing that's going to happen is you're going to stand here, the team's going to push, you're going to get this health back, you're going to turn the corner, your team's going to fall back over here, and then you can regroup down here without dying. So those are the 3 like possible scenarios, but you have to just accept that for some reason I'm not getting healed, I have to back up here. Now you're also just under a ton of pressure from the enemy team, which is a really tough situation. And reading that as well and recognizing I have a Strange right in front of me, I have an Invis to my left, I have a Clops to my right, and I have a Hulk behind me. I'm taking so much damage, like you just have to give. It's so much better to give space, which we start doing, and then we walk forward. Like, just keep backing up. Don't be afraid to give space. Like, this team doesn't win if they push the cart right here. Like, just let it go. It's all right. One of the craziest things that, like, higher elo players do, and I'm not talking about, like, pro play, because that's just completely different. But, like, higher elo in Celestial, you'll see, like, one person either dies or gets pushed out of position, and everybody will just retreat back to the next corner instead of like trying to fight anyway and dying. All right, so now we lost that fight. Our team is split up. Thing dies before we're able to get in. That happens. So objectively here, back up slowly, get some damage, wait until Thing gets back. Okay. Now it's even. Once thing gets back, we'll have an advantage here. We'll still play it slow. Okay, you keep having this bad habit. This is a habit that like every strange player has, which is you have to just reload. You have to eat the damage and you have to reload. As bad as it feels, especially when people are low, like it's just gonna screw you over later. The other thing here is like, let's talk about like advantage states. Whenever it's, you know, 5v6, it's pretty obvious. We're at a disadvantage, let's back out. The other thing that's pretty obvious is like they have a support ult going and we don't. Like we just have to back up. It's a lot easier with like a more mobile tank because you can chill here, or like if you're Hulk or something, you can be up here and then contest at the very last second. That's strange. A lot of the times this is going to be your only cover. It's like this corner here. This corner here, and then you recontest at the last possible second that you can. But if we don't respect it, all we're doing is we're delaying the inevitable and making our next fight lost as well. And then this is another same idea of mistake. We don't notice that our Iron Fist is actually going to get bad spawn, and so did our thing, and was that Luna? So because of that, this is a completely lost fight already, and we have to give up all the space probably until like here. If you guys push farther, or if this was like first time defense, I would even try to argue getting you guys all the way back up to here, then pushing together as a team. It's like one of the most important aspects. Just let go of lost fights. Okay, let's back up. Good. Whenever you're playing a main tank and there's a Cyclops on the front line, they're just telegraphing their ult. They're trying to turn the corner and do it. So multiple things you could do here is say like, Cyclops looking for ult, right? You can calm that. You can say, watch for Cyclops ult or something like that. The second thing is you can bully him and make him feel a lot of pressure for walking up. This is the same situation earlier of like, we have a tank and then we have a squishy. If we do the same amount of damage to the tank, it's not really going to do much. Or if you do all that damage to the Cyclops, it's going to, best case scenario, just kill them. Worst case scenario, just push them back and deny this juicy ult, right? Because they're trying to get it. They're trying to just see this long view. The other thing is if they do get their ult off right in your face, if they get their ult off right in your face, you can actually walk forward a little bit. Like right here. A lot of the times, like it's like 2 feet to get forward. And this is the fastest path if they're right in front of you. Oh, we double support ult. That's so bad. Okay. You have to ult here. You have to ult here. Okay, good. Not great execution, but you recognize that you had to ult. I would have tried to push it farther this way. People's natural tendencies when a tank is walking forward is to try to push them back. So here we have, right, we have Strange, we have Baby Hulk, and then we have Cyclops. And then over here we have supports. So if you walk this way, they're naturally going to turn to walk to you because they're kind of at a disadvantage because Hulk is just out. If you do that, you're more likely to get multiple people in there. Mileage may vary. Looks like you tried to, but then you scoot back. The next thing you can do is get really good at tracking support bullets. I know this sounds weird, but you can actually see where supports are healing from just by paying attention. So we see the invis bullets flying in. We see the cloak window. And if you get really good at that, you can either stand here looking this way with the shield if your team has a follow-up, and then you're blocking off healing from both these people. Since you don't have a direct follow-up, the better thing is to just body block. So you stand in between right here and then do damage. That's not going to help with invis, obviously, but it will help with cloak. So it's going to raise your chances of actually securing this kill here. Have to... Okay, get out. Okay, risky, but we made it. We lived. Time push. Nice. Okay, get the kill. I don't like that. Oh. Okay, your team's putting up a fight. And then BP goes too deep. This is going to be tough. This is going to be a really hard fight. Back out. Back out. Good. Keep going. Keep going. Turn the corner. Damn, just got overwhelmed. Yeah. Big thing. We gotta respect Thing. He's big. He punches. He hurts. He's kind of... If he can close the distance on you, he's... It really hurts Strange. It's really hard to deal with. When we back up, though, the way I want you to think about this is actually finding optimal corners to hold. If you're playing like a main tank, Thing, Strange, Magneto, Groot, you want to find these corners. You hug the corner, and then you pop out, do damage, and then go back. Pop out, do damage, and then go back. Over here, pop out, do damage, and then go back. Hugging the corners helps a lot, and then it also gives you very clear steps of like, okay, we're at a disadvantage. All I'm going to do is go to the next corner. You just start corner hopping, right? So we start here. Let's say we're using the payload here as a corner, and then they push us back. It's like, okay, I'm at my next corner, and now I'm outside of the invisible, right? Now I'm at this corner, and I have isolated myself now to where my supports can both see me, but these 4 people cannot. Right, so this is super advantageous. Now I'm doing damage here. Okay, now enough people have turned the corner. So now I'm like, okay, I should probably back up to the next corner. Same thing goes here. Now we're at this corner. It's so nice when you think about it this way. It just completely alleviates. And then once you do it enough times on each map, you just start building that into muscle memory. Think that's it because you're on Strange. The next and last thing that I want to talk about for this VOD is just the concept of space. A lot of people talk about space in this kind of like abstract way. So since we're here, I'll just break it down like really quickly. Space is any area that your team can walk into and out of without taking damage, right? So they're not under any threats. So right here, this is very solidly green team space, right? They have a support ult, they have the corners, they're all together, and red team has no angle on them. So this is green team space. Over here, this is red team space, but it's being contested, right? They can walk in and out of here without being damaged, but this is the power of dive. And then over here, this area is all contested. So tanks take and they hold space, not by shielding or bubbling or big health bar or anything like that. They take it by being an active threat, okay? The whole concept of space is like area that you can walk into without being damaged. So to hold space, if somebody walks into that, you have to say, if you stay here, I will kill you. That's the concept, right? So, it's really important on like Thing, because this Thing does not respect you. He knows that he can walk into your face and like not really take much damage. Like, look at his health bar. Now he's actually bad and he doesn't know that, but he should. So Emma is a great example of this, because when she's at 0% charge, she does like no damage. But when she's at 100 charge, she does a ton of damage. So, and then she has diamond form, and then she has her shield and stuff like that, like where she can cut off your heals. So you have to be like a threat. And in order to do that, this is where it like all comes together, right? You pick a corner and you say anybody who walks past this corner, they're going to take so much damage because I'm really good with my primary fire, canceling with my whips, or if they push right past me, I'm going to cut off their healing with the shield, right? You can stand here and now they're not going to get any healing, to where they will be choked out and die. Those are kind of the options. And I feel like we're missing just enough of our primaries to where the enemy team doesn't have to respect us. Now, there's other things going on in this game. Our supports are being dove, and, you know, yada, yada, yada. So it's not black and white. But that concept will help you so much. It's just recognizing what space is and how to control space. Walk in here and die. Like, respect me. Somebody also said, I don't see this strange blocking enemy heals. Punish enemies who walk up too much by walking past them and shielding them from heals. Yeah, it's really good. You have to kind of limit test your team when you do it, though. So the person said, they said to calm that you're doing this to your team. That's really important because if you block off the healing to Thing, like let's say Thing is already back here and you're blocking off the healing, but this White Fox, Luna, and Cyclops are all healing you and shooting the front line instead of the Thing, then it doesn't do anything. So your mileage may vary with that. Limit test with your team. If you shield off the heals and they don't do anything with it, then try a different strategy. So I think that's it for this strange review. If you have any questions, let me know. If to wrap it up, there's a lot of like big concepts there. I think easy things you can work on. Adjust your sensitivity a little, or at the very least, jump into the practice range and do those Luna bots on the bottom. Luna is great. Rocket's great to practice. Sometimes Mantis, they're all fast and jumpy and easy to practice on. Practice on them for like, 4 minutes before each rank session. It helps a ton. And yeah, hold those corners. Corner to corner is like, you get so much value just moving corner to corner. What's up, Okami? How's it going? All right, let's do an Am I the Problem? So, an Am I the Problem ready to go? Let me swap the music. Am I the Problem is a bit different. All right, so player 2 is our flamer, and our protagonists are both, I think, the Cap and the Magneto, if I'm remembering correctly. There might be one more. All right, so player 2 is our flamer. Cap, Magneto. Where do we submit codes? You could do it here for now if you want. And then just let me know if you want a just regular VOD review like we just did, or an Am I the Problem. They're slightly different. One's way more educational and the other's more entertainment, but we get some education in both.
And his name is John C.
Thank you, Firelord. Okay. Oh, who is Charizard playing? Is Charizard playing Rocket? Rocket, okay. Here we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Am I the Problem? The series where we take a look at your Marvel Rivals VODs where you lost and you got flamed. Today, our protagonists are players 4, 5, and 6 here. Cap, Mag, and Rocket, who's somehow under the floor. The Flamer is none other than player 2. Later on, supposedly they get real heated. So, Let's see if they were really the problem. Start off on Mag. Tanks always get flamed. That we do. It's the tank roll, you know? So far, so good. Cap on the side. Taking pressure. Almost kills a BP. Bro, what? Hang on. You guys see that? Not bad. I mean, force the BP out. This is actually so good. This is something that's super underrated from flank tanks. Is just denying all that they did. They didn't get the kill, but they denied this BP access to the backline. And because of that, now this team, it like just has a huge advantage already to start with. So great job from Cap. Looks like Rocket's getting pressured. Hulk dies. Jumps in and... Okay. Good. We have a big advantage now. They're down to tank. And we're down to BP. W key. We got it. Oh, there's a... All right. Good job not W king into a shotgun punisher. I'd back up even more here. But I know we kind of want to get the point. Ah, this is not good. Okay. Spidey gets a kill. Nice. Okay, BP's back. Good bubble. A little late, but if they went for it, because they're bad VP, you would have saved her. That's fine. So far, so far. So far, so good. We're chilling. We got the point. A little hairy at times, but nothing crazy. I think this Punisher is going to be a bit of a problem. Why are we not getting healed? What's happening? Okay, Rocket's looking for a beacon spot. We got to do that pretty quickly. This is not great. It's not terrible, but like our mag does get left behind. At least it's like kind of understandable for Rocket. What is our invis doing? Okay, we have our shield out at half health, so that's just going to get broken and not be useful. It's not gaining health. We're standing on point, not paying attention, so we take some damage. Now we're using our shield for herself. For no reason. Now we're just standing there? Are you AFK? What is happening? What is this person doing? Are we typing? Please don't oh my. Please don't do this in ranked games. So this is something that I see actually a lot. Is like people making bad decisions or AFK or having bad positions. And then they look over here and they use one of these abilities to like make up for it. Which you don't want to do. This ability is for a purpose. And now you have... We still left the shield out. It's still at half health. And now we also don't have a jump. And we don't have a shield because it gets broken. All because we were standing there AFK typing. Like, please don't do this. This is garbage. So now our Magneto's like trying to take good space, right? We're poking out the Punisher. We're right next to a corner. If anything, we might be a tiny bit too far, but like not bad. We're backing up. We have all of our cooldowns. We're like doing a good job. We're getting percentage. We're even getting ult charge percentage for our dumb supports if they were paying attention. Like this is fine, but no, because of that, now we're down stuff. Now, not only that, but now also our mag has been forced to use a bubble for no reason. There's no reason to have to use this bubble other than our invis wasn't paying attention. All right, what happened here? Now we got a BP in the back line. Ah! Right. Rocket always loves walls. Rockets love walls. So here, your first thought as a rocket should always be, where's the nearest wall? I can climb up here, I can go this way, I can get to here. I can climb up here, I can go this way, I can crawl back down and over to here. I love the walls. We back away from the walls for like half a second and it gets us killed. Now let's check in on our Resident Flamer. That was one of the worst pushes I've ever seen. But at least they jumped and didn't die. So, I mean, we take those. Unfortunately, Rocket's the one who dies. So, no res beacon. Oh, you're so dead. The next thing is when you're going to move, you have to know where safety actually is. A lot of the time, supports will just brain dead S key. They'll just like completely run away, which is not what you want to do all the time. You want to look and see where the enemies are and go to where they're not, where you can still see your team. Okay, so in this case, actually the good thing would be to S key. Jump down here a little bit over here. Don't do this. What you're doing is you're taking an off angle. This is bad for multiple reasons. One, it gives the enemy direct access to you, which you'll see in a second. They can literally just walk in and, hey, look, there's an invis, and there's no tank in between us. Like, free kill. The other thing is, invis always wants to try as best as she can to cleave with her projectile as much as possible. But to do that, you have to line up as many people as possible. So, for instance, if you're standing here, you get to shoot the Bucky, the Magneto, the Hulk, and the Strange with one shot. If you're standing here, you get to shoot the Hulk. If you shoot right in between them, you might be able to hit the Mag and the Hulk. At best, right? So, for multiple reasons, this is terrible. Isolate themselves, immediately get punished for it. I blame Magneto. Right? Totally Magneto's fault. Oh, get the kill. Hang on. Alrighty, living. Holy shotgun Punisher. If you can get away with this on Spidey, great. A lot of the times, once you get to higher ranks, like, you'll probably die for that. Let's check in on Cap. Almost killed the Punisher there. Team's back, so now we're gonna... Oh, okay. Hulk's goated. Yo, she went the wrong way. Hang on. So we use Rocket ult and Bucky ult. They use Cloak ult. We use Mag ult to try to kill the Cloak, but the Cloak goes into the wall. Oh. Oh, it just popped. Dang. Yeah, I gotta watch the numbers there. Not good. Oh, this is... So, this is the right idea, but wrong execution and understanding. So, whenever you're support ulting for an enemy ult, whether it's an enemy support ult or an enemy like damage ult or something that's a big threat, you need to be very aware of your timer. Right, so Invis ult lasts 8 seconds, Luna ult lasts 10, Cloak and Dagger lasts 11, Punisher ult lasts 10 seconds. So you want to kite Punisher for the first 2 seconds if possible, and then activate your ult. Now he's shooting at Spidey, who should be able to just disappear. Because if you don't do this, what's going to happen is Punisher is going to have 2 seconds at the end of your ult where you don't have an ult anymore, and he's already like in your face and can kill you. So be very careful with these ult timings. Make sure you value the 2 on the other side, right? The 2 seconds at the end instead of the 2 seconds at the beginning, if your team can afford it. If they can't, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Uh-oh. Bubble? Good bubble. Yeah, Jeff caught it. That Jeff swallowed his own Hulk. Dude, I'd be pissed if I was this Hulk. Oh, I hate that. Looks like you guys have a scramble. Uh-oh. BP took out a rocket. Oh, actually went from 250 to 0. Wait, from 300? That was pretty quick. So with Rocket, you want to try to find advantageous situations where you're not going to get cut off, especially against BP. BP is much less effective vertically. So again, climb walls, but also there's like these weird little hiding spots Rocket can be on. He can be over here. He's not like Invis in the same way. So try to be creative with it. Not great. Now, is there anything we could have done here? Outside of that? Could our Bucky help? He has a shield. I mean, I don't think anybody's stopping that. What is Invis doing? Oh, she got swallowed. What is this? Why are we here? Like, I know you have a support ult, but at some point it's going to end, and Invis should not be standing here. Be over here on the edge of your support ult, right? Here's fine. Here's fine. Again, we'd be lining people up. Why are we putting our back to the enemy team? Oh, this is so bad. So now we get ourselves in a bad position. We pull a wall. Hang on, is this person using wall hacks? Why are we pulling a wall here? No, we just go for the BP, but we're super late. And then we insta-jump, and then we get swallowed by Jeff. And so our bad position turns into an even worse position. And then we... At least we jump to our mag. Like, you shouldn't be on point, ideally, but, like, you jump to your mag. So, fair enough. And your shield. Good. I can't complain too much. That's a terrible push. Bro, Invis shield does not heal her at all anymore. Ooh, you're dead. Oh, okay, that's a good push. Because there's an active threat, and it's like forced out. Now, it does leave an opportunity for the BP, but the BP is dead. So, at least we got one. Yeah, healing ourselves would be nice. Jump. You have jump. Reactions of a toddler. This is so bad. And then again, like... we just jump into the enemy team. And, like, now they just have our back. Oh, now you fall down! Jeez. Oh, strange ult. Do you have push? Push? What did we use push on? We just panic out push no matter what. Okay. Nice. Nice. Okay. So if you can, whenever your Captain America is ulting, it's literally one of the best ults in the game. Think of it kind of like a Gambit ult. If you can get inside Rainbow Road, get inside of it. This is kind of risky for an Invis. I don't fully blame her for that, but like, y'all go together, get in Rainbow Road, you probably get this kill and get a bunch of ult charge. Now we're on triple support. Somebody contest this Punisher on high ground, please. Pull him off high ground? Probably not, because they have a BP. Okay, they killed the BP. We're giving up point? Oh, hit the shots. There we go. What? Hello? How did this cloak die? Oh, she started at half health. Oh, that's... what a kill. Wow, that's so lucky. Nice. What? Dude, what? How do we die here? Hello? I blame Mag for this. This is so bad. Dude, what is this? This is farther up than the Magneto was earlier when I said that's probably too far. And it was Magneto, who has, you know, 650 health, 2 bubbles, and a shield. Oh, my Lanta. This is terrible. And now we don't have a res beacon. At least we do have Rocket. Thank God. Okay, Cap just killing people. Portal? Probably? No portal. I guess Spidey canceled it. Nice. Invis kills the BP. You guys should get this. Okay, now they don't have cloak. Shotgun Punisher. Terrifying, but dead. I don't like this mag ult. Especially because we've already used 2 support ults and our Rocket's dead. Although if you're paying attention and since the cloak already died, it's not the worst thing. You get the point with it. Yeah, I would say it's questionable. And then Hulk doesn't touch. Nice. Okay, you guys get first point. What happens next? Up to music. This is where I'm guessing things get really bad. Alright, our Jeff was AFK and spawn, because of course they were. For that whole time. Lovely. Spidey's way out ahead, but he does that, so it's fine. Hey, Magneto checking to see if his ducklings are in a line, and they are. We're good. Great. Spidey ulting the back line? A little too early. And kind of mess up the execution. So whenever you're ulting like this, when you're doing a flank ult, you want to make sure both teams are fully engaged. They're not just in this like kind of super long distance poke where they're not taking any damage, right? So all 4 of the people here can turn around and focus on the Spidey, and nothing's really gonna happen. Now imagine if this Strange was like here, right? Then if these 3 people turn around to deal with the Spidey, this Strange is now fighting 1v4 essentially, and like that can get you a kill. So rushed it a little, messed up the execution. Not the worst. We did get a lot of space out of it, but now they have Punisher ult. Please don't ult. Okay, if you're gonna rocket ult up there, that's fine. That can work. Good. And then everybody else just kites. Great. Amazing. Magneto got sacrificed during that, I think. Oh, you got to rotate here. Yeah. There's a path over here. Just rotate back around and regroup with your team. Give up the space. It's okay. They have a Punisher ult. Yeah. And then when you're fighting against Hulk, bubble first, shield later. How did our Jeff die? Bro, this Hulk is just like walking in and killing people. This is why people think Hulk is good. Dude, no. Okay. So let's explain the Hulk-Jeff matchup. The way this matchup works, ideally, is the Hulk looks at this fish, and then the fish ruins Hulk's life forever, and then the Hulk runs away crying. That's how this matchup works, okay? So if the Hulk jumps in, and then mid-jump, if you can, if you're really good, you pop in with the right click. And then it cuts off their momentum, and they fall, and they're not close to you. And then you wait half a second while they charge up their jump again. And then when it's still in the red, you pop them with another right click. And then they're still outside of your range. They haven't done any damage to you. You can back up half a step and they still won't do any damage to you. And then you wait another half second and then you pop your third one. And in between popping your right clicks, the whole time you're still healing your team because you're spraying down main. And so you're still healing your team. This Hulk has been popped and booped 3 times, has not done a single bit of damage, and is probably at like this much health. So that's how this should work. instead of, I'm not going to use any of my abilities, not my speed healing bubble, not my 3 damage bubbles. No, I'm just going to like shift and die. This like, please. I hate that I'm a Hulk player and I'm teaching. They use 1 bubble. No, I don't think they did. They used a bubble earlier. They literally didn't even use their own healing bubble. I hate this fish as a Hulk player. So I hate that I'm teaching other people, but that's how it works. Okay? Like, oh my Lanza. Oh. Okay. Yo, good tracking. Good stuff, Cap. Go. Animation canceling. Just beat up the Strange. Can't do anything. Daredevil's probably not worth fighting at all. Just keep him distracted. Good. Oh, that Hulk is dead. Oh, throw your shield. Throw your shield. Anytime you see somebody at like low health anywhere on Captain America, so you see a health bar like this, just throw the shield. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter where you're aiming. I swear, like half the time they'll just get the kill. True. I can't see health bar though. Oh, fair enough. Yeah. Ah! One thing you can do on Cap here it's kind of tough because you're not going to get the full length jumps. But if you turn to the direction you're going, you press W or forward for half a second to where you get the sprint, the animation line things. Then you jump so you get the full length jump, the full distance sprint, and then you 180 so where you're looking this way with the shield. And then you're holding backwards. Then you fall back down, and then you hit the ground again, do another 180, full length jump, sprint, turn around, shield. And if you get really good at it, really good at that, you're backing up, going really fast, and you have your shield reflecting things. So that would save you a lot here. I love ulting Monster Hulk as Jeff. I hate it. I hate it so much. Oh no, Magneto got cut off. Oh no. Okay, the way this map works, always be hyper aware of 50%. And it doesn't have to, it's a combined 50%. So if this team has like 10% and this team hits 40, at least that's how it used to work, unless it's changed. Whenever it's a combined 50%, the map starts moving. So, get out. Get out. Oh, we have no idea. Oh, we have no idea. Oh, now we know. Oh, catch the door. Oh, you're so dead. Oh, no. So unfortunate. All right. How did Invis die? I think she's the one who died first. Oh, my. So here, this requires advanced like matchup knowledge of how Daredevil works. Daredevil has lots of movement abilities. It's way simpler with a character like, let's say, Hulk, right? Hulk's only movement ability is his jump. Okay, maybe even Cap. Cap has 2 movement abilities. So if Cap uses 1 movement ability to dive onto an invis and then gets pushed, we can use 1 more to still get close to the invis, right? So if you ever see that like Cap uses both movement abilities, then you can push and you know you're safe for a while, at least. You're most likely just going to be free. Now, Daredevil has like 15 movement ability. Not really. He has quite a few. So knowing that can actually really save your life because we can't, no matter what, we can't just panic push, right? Push needs to be for a reason. And it's much better to actually like group up and heal together and then try to pull them back in when they're done. If possible. No. Why did Spidey die? They just off doing Spidey things and died? Probably. Okay. Oh, we just got Daredevil. Alright. That happens. The Cap gets out. Mag gets cut off here. Invis dies to the Daredevil ult. What happens with Rocket? Rocket reses, yeah? Climb the wall. This wall I actually don't think you can because it's slanted in. Somebody needs to check me on that though. If that's true, this is like an area that you don't want to be in as Rocket. Because again, Rocket loves walls. You could even climb on this and go in circles. But climb on this, like all that stuff. Wait, Capel here? How did Jeff die? Did Jeff just die to the Daredevil? Daredevil's just killing everybody. Oh, this Jeff is terrible. We're not using any of the spits, and then we only use the bubble after we die. No bueno. Terrible. This is a terrible invis ult from the enemy team, by the way. They're like, this is a panic invis ult that Spidey just forces out. It probably, if we look at the numbers game here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 versus 1, 2, 3, we'll say 4, even though Cap just died. This is a 4v6. And they already used ults. And they already used Res Beacon. It would have been better for this invis to actually just die and then save ult for next fight, in my opinion. Like, especially because we're playing 2 supports to 3 supports. Now they're going to have 3 support ults. This is a huge advantage for green team after they contest. Terrible ult. Okay, now Dire Get Out is really applicable. Jeff. Don't do it. Don't do it. Why does he do it? Why does he do it? Stop walking towards enemy. Please. Is it because they're lagging out? I hope that's what it is. Good lord, look at the ping. Spidey died doing Spidey things. Can't even coach that. That's just... Spideys do what Spideys do. So Jeff used to make Hulk ult even more miserable without even his ult because the bubbles popped, like the right clicks. They boop him and then he can't do anything. Doesn't work anymore though. Oh, you're dead. Good bubble. Yo, good stuff, Mag. Go on. Oh, you tried for the invis, but you saved the Jeff instead. Funny. Good timed. Nobody can handle that. That was a great ult by Hulk. Wow. The great equalizer. Won a whole fight by himself. What a hero. All right. So red team still has a pretty big ult advantage. The thing they have a disadvantage of was support ults, but now we switched off. So we still have a 1 support ult advantage, but at the same time they have Punisher ult still. Yeah, this will be interesting. It's also Jeff ult and they have a Magneto. Spidey ult? Oh, once again, too early. We gotta stop doing this. Like, whenever you're playing Spidey, one of the best pieces of advice, if you're like a Spidey player, is to chill out for a couple seconds every once in a while. I know you're Spidey and you want to go fast and you want to zip across the map and do things, but like, if you just take half a second before your thing and look around, you know, hug a wall here and look around and be like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. All right. Right? Like now if you ult, your team has a follow-up. Right? Because we ult, we get the cloak to fade and use the bubble. We get the invis to jump away and probably use like push or something. And now she's over here. Now she's used the health pack. And if your team was like already here when this was happening, they can capitalize. It's so important on Spidey, but they never know timing. They just gotta push buttons. Gotta go fast. Okay, Mag, get the kill. Let's go. Dude, this Hulk is goated. This Hulk is goated. Holy, what a hero. Like, he ate it with his face and bubbled his team before he did it. Like, true Chad. What is Jeff doing? This is what I was talking about earlier. It may not have been in this video, but earlier in this session, I said a lot of supports, they get attacked by a diver or something, and they literally just S-key. And they completely isolate themselves. This is exactly what divers want. Because, like, they don't even have to kill you. For a all a dive wants to do is not get this kill. They want you to stop healing. That's what they want. And like one way to accomplish that is you kill them, because then now they have to respawn for 10 seconds and then come back from spawn for like 4 seconds. So you stop their healing for 14. But all of this time, they're not healing. They're not healing. Still not healing. And now they die. So like, if you isolate yourself, you're not healing your team, and you're more likely to die. If Jeff literally swam this way, Rocket could have healed him, and then got the rocket ult off, and then everybody's alive with a support ult. Like, please, for the love of God, don't do this. Oh, spicy. Get out. Health pack? It's probably gone. This point's kind of hard as Cap, just because that jump is weird. All right, looking like portal time. Looks like Mag's probably gonna swap. Now we're on Luna instead of Rocket. Probably a good switch. This is hopefully good portal. All right, I don't mind this portal. This is not a bad portal. Let's talk portal theory, please, please. I see this so often, all the way up to GM, is somebody will go strange and they're like, yo, I'm portaling. And then they will go like this. They'll put the portal here, right? Up in the sky looking down. And what this looks like to the enemy team is you have a portal right here. And then it's just like, it's like candy falling out of a pinata. It's like, oh, look, a support just slowly fading down onto point right in the sharks. So like, please don't do that. This portal's not bad. It actually cuts off. It makes a wall here. And so it cuts off the enemy team. You can actually make some good plays here. When you want to do this, or when you do this, you also want to combine it with regular walls and other terrain as well, if possible. So a good spot here is actually right here, facing this way, because it gives your team a safe place to walk out that's still contesting point and easy access to a corner. This is really good spot for a portal here. This can work. It's not great, but it's way better than just, you know, dropping them off into Narnia. So, not terrible. Okay, that's... Oh, Jeff? Do something useful? No, of course not. Of course not. Bro, yeah. Yeah. Look where the healing pool is. Wait. They were getting punched by Hulk, weren't they? Dude, this person has no idea how to play Jeff. What are you doing? Your team is portaling. What are you doing? They weren't even being attacked by Hulk. Dude. Oh. Okay. Who is this Punisher playing? No, this is the Invis that flamed them? This was the person that flamed them? You're gonna go Punisher when they TP to spawn and have enemies directly in your face, and then you're just gonna shoot into darkness with you're not even gonna switch to shotgun? Switch to shotgun! And then you W key away from like your spawn? You can literally jump back in, get healing, and then go again! Dude, what is this? Right? I blame Cap. What? Oh, my Lanta. Ay. See, exactly like this. Yes. You start taking damage, then you get out, and then go back in. Oh, you do have to be careful, though. Start a timer in your head. That's not great. All right. That's probably it. Unless, yeah. Of course. Punisher's AFK. Probably typing again. Oh, my Lanta. All right. No, of course. Of course. Now we're just... we're done with anything. And now we go Scarlet Witch. Bro, this is just so classic. How many times do you guys have this in your game? Where, like, You're trying your ass off. And then you have two teammates who are just like terrible. And then one screaming not at the terrible teammate, but at the other tanks for some reason. And then they're like, this is stupid. I'm just gonna go Scarlet Witch or Squirrel Girl or Widow. Good God. I'm actually so annoyed. Cap is 100% the problem. No. Yo? What happened? What happened? Are you just lagging out? Or you got robbed? That's your Wi-Fi died? Oh no! Not like this! Oh, hang on. Never got a kill. Let's go. Spam down main. Nice, Scarlet Witch. The only person you do damage to is a frozen Hulk. Oh, that was actually insane. Okay. Right, back out. A lot of the times you can find corners of points like this and still contest. It's difficult. The better option is usually to just give space. You guys are up one though. Good job, Angela. Holding point. W key. Hulk is good. Nice. Kill. Get the kill. Get the kill. Okay. Gotta work on mechanics. Not great. What is going on in the backline? What is happening in the backline? Okay, this is a different rocket now. They are using walls, which I like. And they're being chased by a Daredevil. That's good. Uh-oh. Oh, we gotta heal. Alright. Tried. Not the best, not the worst. We're also isolating ourselves. It's best to try to stay kind of close together to where you can help each other out. Good freeze, but it immediately gets unfrozen by something. Scarlet Witch. Of course it's Scarlet Witch. Of course the person who flamed us is the one who's unfreezing a freaking ulting Hulk. Bro, come on. Amazing. Oh, good bubble by Mag. Oh, Hulk's gonna get him. Oh, almost. Lied. Oh. Living? No, you guys have to give. I mean, we got 50%. Oh, hang on. Wow, you guys actually touched point there. Yo, go ult. Yes! Oh, no. The follow-up. Get out. No. I was hoping you'd ult right here. Ideally, like, this is where you want it. You don't want to go into there. This is kind of a death sentence for Angela. Angela's similar to Cap. They both hate low ceilings. Because it just limits your movement a bunch. Kind of like Hulk, but more aggressive for Angela, I would say. The only time you like stuff like that is when you're going for kidnaps, right? Because then they can't, like, jump out. You can fly straight through. Ah! Dude. Blind man. Get him off me. Oh. Okay, you and Spidey had the same idea. Nice. We're checking on our old pal, the Flamer. Yo, Scarlet Witch has an ult? Is she gonna combo it with something? No, because Angela already used her ult. We're gonna ask for Mag bubble? Is Mag just gonna bubble us anyway? Because he's goated? Uh-oh. Back out. Double support ult. We can't be rocket ulting in front of a Punisher. He's just gonna shoot it. Okay. We used 3 ults for 1 Punisher ult. Dude, why? And now we Scarlet Witch ult? But what? 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 Hang on. You guys both ult at the same time, but like, it's still a terrible rocket ult. This is just this. I'm out of words. This one Punisher ult got out 4 ults. You guys went from having 4 ults to what? 2? 4 to 2. You could say 4 to 3. Now we have 0 ults and they have 2. That is just terrible. Oh, Spidey. Pull the cloak. Pull the cloak. Nice try. Okay, at least they Daredevil ult. But you guys used 4 ults, and they used 2, and you lost the point. Ult timing is just so important. Mag's fault. Should have bubbled the Punisher. Oh my god. Alright. What's the plan now, Scarlet Witch? You're just gonna stun the wall. Yep. Oh, you're so dead. Oh, she's so dead. Bro, you're so dead. Alright, and she staggers. Yay. Oh. Oh, get him, Angela. Hang on. Let's go. Good stuff. Okay, come on. Something good's gonna happen here. Pushing in. Okay, we gotta back out. Give space. Oh, somebody in the pit? Almost. Yeah, yeah. Angela kills the Punisher. Spidey forces out Invis ult. Great. Get out. Good job, Spidey. Let's go. Okay. Oh, that's death. You know, it'd actually be really nice if we had a rocket ult right now, you know? I think here it would be really good because it's not directly in front of a Punisher ult who can just destroy it. And also, if you know, if we stagger them, then it won't. You know, it would actually be useful. But no, it's fine. We just let our whole team die. I guess not the whole team, just the Jeff and the Luna. Still living. Holy shotgun Punisher. So remember earlier when I said divers, they don't want to kill the supports. That's not the goal. They want to kill the supports, but that's not the goal. The goal is to get the supports to stop healing these people. This is exactly what happens. Daredevil is chasing the Jeff. Luna and Jeff are no longer healing. Rocket's still healing, but he's off to the side. Now he's reloading. By the time Luna is done, Magneto's dead. That's all it takes. That's the point of dive. Mag have a bubble or anything? Self bubble? Don't have. We used our projected. We have a little bit of shield. I mean, it happens really fast. Shotgun Punisher is just so terrifying. Top tier rocket gameplay. Good job, Angela, killing the cloak. Ace? You know what would be really nice is if we had somebody who could shoot walls, but I don't think we do, so... I mean, Rocket can kind of shoot the walls. Whenever you're playing against a Groot, if you have something that can destroy an iron wall, especially if you have somebody with kidnap capabilities on your team, like, you need to call this out and destroy this. Like, if you have Angela, you have Wolverine, you have Bucky, you have Rogue, you have Dino, like, shoot the iron wall if it's out. Like, you can just get so much value from doing that. Okay. Magneto's still in spawn. Okay. Now this Rogue is going to be a problem, isn't she? She's going to show up in ult. Dude, this rocket gameplay. At least bounce it off the wall. If you bounce it off the wall, then it can go this direction and heal other people. But no. Uh-oh. dude. This better be in a good spot. Stop doing this. Look, he just shoots it. It's gone in half a second. He still has 7 seconds of his ult. Stop doing, like if the rocket put it up here, that's at least like something. Good God. Okay, we try. Now you guys have to try to burn it. That's all you got, because your support's just... Okay, and then it just kills everybody. Then Daredevil cleans up. Now we have to portal. Okay, we have 3 dead supports. The Jeff needs to portal right now. I don't care what role you are. I don't care what rank you are. I don't care what characters you play. If you die first at the end of a match, you portal. That's how it works. And then you say, I'm portaling, somebody go support. Or not. Or not. It's fine. Because we want a Jeff ult, right? We just want a Jeff ult. Oh, and so now we ult. Healing is not there. And it's 1v6. What do you think this is going to accomplish? It's not going to happen. You know what would be nice is if you already portaled. You at least get anybody? You got 1 Punisher for that. 1 Punisher? Amazing. All right. And while you were doing that, of course, your healing isn't on point. Dude, your Strange got annihilated. At least Angela, like, touched point at the last second. So did Spidey. This Spidey has been a little impatient, but, like, actually goated. Which you don't find a lot of the times in ranked. Oh. That's it. Yo, hang on. Hang on a second. This Strange is at 60%, and they just switched to Strange for the portal. What were they before? They were Luna ult at 99. 99. So because this Jeff wanted to use their dumbass ult, instead of swapping to Strange, the Jeff could have portaled. Because the Spidey and the Angela could touch, and then the Luna would have ult on point, and then the Strange would still be alive. And the Angela is probably dead. But, yeah, the Angela would be dead. But the Spidey is still alive, and the Strange is still alive, and the Rocket's still alive, and we have a Luna ult, and Angela's coming back, and then you can go Cap, and then this person can go Venom, and like, dude, but no. I don't play Strange, so it's fine. I hate it. Also, this was the person that flamed everybody else. This is what always happens in these, dude. I swear, it's always the person who flames everybody else. Why? And then they died to Daredevil, right? Still hasn't right-clicked a single time. I don't think they know right-click exists, or if they do, they just know that they're too bad, and they can't hit a right-click. Oh, my Lord. And they don't touch point. I'm done. I'm so done. All right. That was a full episode of Am I the Problem? I hope we learned something. At least we learned, please portal. First to die portals. At the very least. I beg of you guys. Oh. Okay. So, now, I guess for the presentation, we can do anything now. We can do another VOD review. We can do an Am I the Problem? Or if nobody has something to submit, we can just call it there. But yeah, I'm actually so pissed.
Does anyone have anything they'd like to submit?
Got it on? Thank you. All right. Oh, short one. All right. What is the tag? And is this...
A little help, please.
The White Fox? Ah, gotcha. Okay. Hey, White Fox VOD review. Okay. So this is just a regular VOD review, right? All right. What rank is this? Is GM, I think? GM 1? Oh, perfect. All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to another VOD review. We have a GM 1 White Fox. So, White Fox is like one of the most misunderstood characters in this game. This is GM 1, so hopefully we won't have to address that. Aren't it? Okay, let's start with TP. Please don't ever do this. But I hope this was a fat finger. But your TP is your best get out of jail free card. It's also a 12-second. Or it's Friday, so I was trying to block. Oh, okay. That's legit. We'll move on. I love that. That's fine. It's like, that's one of the best uses I've ever heard. So that's great. Okay, good charm. We're getting old charge. We're a little far back for my tastes. I like that. But we're just too far back here. I'd like to enable your tanks as much as you can, especially because you guys are on triple support and Ultron is like on cart. So I would push up as much as you can. White Fox likes to play in the same kind of like area distance from the tanks as Invis. You need to be a little more aggressive here. Especially because your tanks are playing like this. So what you just stopped your tanks from taking good space. This is good space. So, yeah. Got to be a little closer for that. Ideally, the person who should be on cart is probably a DPS. Since we're on triple, I would still say it's going to be Ultron. Maybe there's a case for Luna, but definitely not White Fox. Oh, I don't like this. We'll talk about melee form another time. We'll wait. Someone in VC calmed to have 2 on cart, but I don't know. I don't like that. So the way cart works is it moves a set speed, and then once you get 1 person, it moves significantly faster. And then once you get 2, it moves a little bit faster. And then once you get 3, it moves like a tiny bit faster. So like most of the time, what you want is like 1 person on cart. It's like a long range DPS, sometimes a long range support, almost never a tank, and almost never a main support. Yeah. However, people are stupid and they're just going to they're gonna yell at you anyway, so a lot of times I just mute those people because they don't know what they're talking about. Good charm. I would have preferred a preferred a melee form there. A lot of the times with White Fox, the thing that separates her from other supports is the it's go time button, right? Like her ult is an aggressive ult. Her melee form is her melee form is like a mini version of her ult. So when you have something like this, your Strange is ulting, they're in a support ult. Like I would have gone melee form and just started going ham in this and like brawl it out. You can get so much value through doing that. The charm is actually not terrible. I don't mind it, but yeah. Okay, now we got to talk about melee forms other use. So it seems like you're mostly using it to deal with divers. That can work, but you have to be accurate with the type of diver. The great part about melee form is that when you're hitting somebody, you do a ton of healing to everybody around you and yourself, right? The problem is if there's nobody around you to damage, or if you're by yourself and nobody's in your circle, you're not healing anybody. So whenever you do White Fox melee form, you want to pick the diver who's not just going to run away. So a really bad person to use it on is like BP and Black Cat, right? Because they're super mobile. Another one, Spidey. Like you don't really want to use it because most of the time they just like dip, right? You go in melee form, they leave, and then you leave melee form, and now it's a 15-second cooldown. Like that one's so long. So you can use it for somebody more like Venom, right? Captain America, sometimes Hulk. So it's probably the hardest part of using White Fox, because a lot of the times in like Celestial and above, what good divers will do is they'll do just a soft dive, and then the White Fox will pop their melee form. They'll get out with barely using any of their cooldowns, and then they'll just come back and say, ah, she doesn't have any melee form. Ooh. I've harped on enough. Let's move on. We actually even get punished for it. So if we had used our TP somewhere else, like if we used our TP instead of our melee form for this dive, then we would have the melee form for the portal. And then this is another really, really bad TP. Like the TP you only want to use for your escape option, or worst case scenario, like you used it at the beginning where it's like, I'm going to put the shield up so somebody doesn't get pulled by Spidey. That's fine. Strange ult can be fine. But White Fox, like, is so hard because she has such long cooldowns. Also, I would assume you weren't able to hear the Strange ult because they were through the portal. So, like, that's tough. There's a good play by them. Uh-oh. 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 Okay. I don't mind this. Nice. We force out a Luna ult. Hopefully there was enough time. Okay, there was. Good. You always want to be aware of, like, TPing and then ulting. Because I believe your ult lasts 10 seconds and the TP cooldown is 12. So, yeah, you had plenty of time. Good. Good, good, good. Oh, wait. I actually need to pay attention to something else. Yeah. Okay. Whenever you're ulting on White Fox, a lot of people look down to get a good view, just like you did. You also want to be spamming right click. Everybody forgets that this is a thing. So, like, if somebody's anywhere near you and you're spamming right click anywhere near your cursor, you'll throw the bonus healing and the CC immunity at them. It's like nobody ever uses it. So spam both. Try to aim at people, but it's more important that you do this. But it is good to spam. Like, we could have hit Strange right there with it. Oh, that's unfortunate. Bad TP. Wait a minute. Yo, this Black Cat's on controller? Bro, that's crazy. This is after the nerf. Just wanted to check that. I get scared of using right click though because it chunks 100 HP. Not anymore. It doesn't do that anymore. Now it's on a 2-second cooldown. So they changed that right after launch. They just completely removed that. So you can just spam it. Yeah. Nobody knows about it. It's crazy. So the next thing about melee form is the dashes. It's possible, okay? I'm not gonna say never, but it's not very good to use White Fox's melee form dashes to kidnap somebody. It can work, so I'm not gonna say never, but the better thing to do is to use your melee form dashes to keep people in melee range. Right? So a good example of this is like a character that only has one movement ability. Trying to think of one. Like, let's say Cap dives you, he uses his shield slam, you pop melee form, and then you're hitting him, and then he turns around and uses his shield bash, and now he's like over here. You dash to him, and now you can keep hitting him, right? So trying to keep up with somebody is a much better use of the dash, in my opinion. Again, I'm not going to say never, because you can kidnap, but yeah. It also is less likely to get you into... Oh, bad position. It's so hit or miss. It is. And it also, while you're doing the flip, this little flip, you're not healing. You only get the passive. It's not very long, but it does reduce your effectiveness with it. And again, it moves the circle around, right? So since you're now over here, your Luna's not getting healed. And she actually literally dies because of it. Good Black Cat. Rare. But yeah, it looks like you have this habit of just like TPing. Like, I'm not sure what the point of TP here was. Maybe because the Strange was low and you're using it for burst healing. I think it's especially because they have 2 divers on their team. It's much better to just throw out your charm if you have it. You just left white, you just left melee for him, but be aware of that habit. It's gonna get you killed. Burst health and I'm low with no tails. Fair enough. Fair enough. So that's a great point that I want to just point out, which is if you have a really good reason for like breaking the rules, like quote unquote, then that's fine. But if it's a habit of like, oh, I just like TP, I see that all the time and it's really bad. So as long as you're being active, you're thinking about it. I don't have melee form. I don't have any charm tails. So like that's kind of my only option. Great. Fine. Love it. Okay, this is just lazy. this the other things is fine. This is just lazy. The timing on that is so funny. Oh. Duh. And now you don't have it for this. Oh, you get punished immediately. Oh no. So we, like the 2 options here, we could have TP'd to Strange or Mag, or like Strange, and then been away from it, and then helped. Or you can TP to Luna, and then probably shield the Luna off, or like only you 2 get it, and then the Mag can bubble, and yeah. That's so funny. Ooh. Alright, it's time to portal. Please body block. Body block. Body block. Oh, okay. I wonder... So this is something I actually haven't labbed. But whenever your Strange is portaling, if you're a support or a tank or anything else, you do want to body block it. I think the thing that cancels it is actually Invis. Invis push back into spawn. So the only thing that would have helped there is you TPing which I think you do just late. Crazy. I don't think that was... I don't think you could have done anything about that. Got to ult. Yeah, good. Right click, right click. Oh, it saves him. You have pretty decent ult timings compared to most people, and your aim is much better. A lot of people just like bounce shots off the floor and lose like half their healing because of it. Also, don't let anybody tell you guys that Black Cat is dead. She's not dead. She's still good. Okay, now are we on... We're no longer on White Fox. Who are we on? Luna? Snowflake on Bucky. Wolverine is probably the better target here. But if you don't have faith in your Wolverine, that's fine. Oh, that's a bad freeze. So, I feel like you're just not in the mindset of what's been happening this game. Right? So, like, you've been getting dove, like, for a large portion of the game, and they have 2 dive characters, and now they have a Thor who's also going to be in your face. So, we need to be saving a lot of our cooldowns. So throwing out the snowball here is like really bad. I feel like you're just throwing it out for the strange and like the frontline people. But like, is that accurate? Okay. So this is exactly why Wolverine's a better target for the Snowflake. Because Wolverine likes to be like hidden on these side paths and then pick somebody up and then take a ton of damage. Just like randomly. You're gonna just send it in hopes of hitting someone? Yeah, that's a really bad Luna habit. It can work. It can be fine when you're like first point attack or first point defense, either or. You're just trying to like get some ult charge and slow people down. But like since we're already in the game, we've already been dove a bunch, and then we know like they don't have to go very far. It's like those mistakes can just really spiral out of hand. It's like I think Snowflake's a 12-second cooldown. It is. Okay. All right. I like that attempt at a clap. I don't mind that. Good freeze. Oh, excellent stuff. You froze and then you left him alone. Great stuff. Oh, and you get the kill. Fantastic. Thing dies for the kill though. Yeah, but that's not on you. So like a lot of the times I do tell supports like you're paying too much attention to the dive, you're going to get your tanks killed, but Thing should not be playing here. This is not on you. I play Thing a lot, and the farthest I will ever go on this map, unless we're full team wiping, is right here. Like, plus I bet you this Thing literally doesn't have any of his cooldowns. So like that's not on you. You made a great play. He's dead. Oh, oh, oh. I don't mind that snowball as much. You're trying to slow the enemy team down when they have a ton of momentum. Also, great target priority, by the way. You kept the tank alive instead of the Bucky. That is absolutely the right call. So, it sucks. It sucks when you're playing Bucky. I also play Bucky, but you have to. I don't like that freeze. this would be a good freeze. So I kind of mentioned it earlier, but let me know if you've heard this before, but there is a difference between a soft dive and a hard dive. We can go into that in a second. Got the ult there. Keep moving though. Good. Okay, way to check on your tanks. Rocky just got headshot. Okay. You're dead. Yeah. I don't think there's anything you could have done there. That's actually brutal. Oof. I play dive, so know the differences? Okay, perfect.
Someone needs a snow.
Oh, we're playing strange. Okay, cool. Luna's pretty fast at running back, and it's not enough. Okay, so, I mean, short game. Honestly, I feel like you played pretty well. The main thing that we need to work on is, like, whenever you have a long cooldown, so White Fox TP, Luna freeze, White Fox melee form especially, we need to be a little more careful with them, because those habits are going to get you punished. With your White Fox, you can be a little bit closer, but I think that was only because of the 2-1 cart call out, which was a stupid call out. So maybe don't listen to call outs. Overall, you played well. This also could just be one of those like 20%ers. But those are the mistakes that I saw that are definitely going to catch up with you at some point. Yeah, not bad. There is just like 20%, maybe even 30% of Marvel Rivals games are just like straight up unwinnable. As long as it's like an actual, you know, quote unquote fair fight. And you're playing in your elo. Because like, that's just the state of the matchmaking. But still, stuff to work on. Thanks for the VOD. Thank you so much for watching. Of course, of course. Okay, does anybody else have any VODs we want to go over? I got time for one more. But let me go let the dogs inside real quick. 1 second. A draw is fine. I don't mind a draw. Usually, I just don't do wins because wins like it doesn't reveal as much. But draws is like didn't win. I assume this is just a regular VOD, not an Am I the Problem? Thank you, thank you. All right. What's the tag? And this is diamond? Nice. DPS. Nice, okay. All right, let's do it. All right, hello everybody, welcome back. We have another VOD review. This is going to be a DPS in Plat. This is a gold lobby. So, let's see what we can learn at the gold level. Ideally, so if you're going to play Spidey, we need to be over here to start the game. You're either going to go for a pull off the map if you have practiced that and are able to do it, or we're going to cancel a portal, or we're just going to scout for our team and be like, okay, they have a penny, they have a Namor, stuff like that. Coming out of spawn late is actually like really, 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 really bad. We're missing out on so much. Okay, take the 1v1. Nice. Get the kill. Go for the health pack. Yeah! Great stuff. And go for a pull. Fantastic. Good decisions. The execution will come later. Don't worry about that. Just keep trying. So far, so good. Okay, maybe pull the penny. Nope. Okay, going for something else. That's fine. Okay, Rogue has diamond form. That's not going to do anything. Oh, she isolated herself. That's probably a kill. Get out. Okay. Nice try. Let's talk about the circle. I like to think of it as a whirlpool. Whenever you're playing, especially a dive DPS as opposed to like a dive tank, it's way more important. So what you do here is you take a second, just like you did, right? Where you chilled up here and you looked, right? So what you did is you looked and you found somebody who you thought was vulnerable. But you didn't incorporate the whole circle, right? So if you draw a circle between everybody on the enemy team, we have Penny over here, Namor, Mantis, Rogue, right? So this is the circle. And on the inside of the circle is the whirlpool. You don't want to be on the inside of the whirlpool. You want to be on the outside. And you want to pull people to the outside and isolate them, especially on Spidey. So because we don't like respect that, what you end up doing is, yes, the Mantis is isolated, but she's not vulnerable, right? She has two supports right here, and your back is to them. Like, that's a really good rule of thumb, is don't get sucked into the whirlpool. Stay on the outside. Another way to think about it is like, if you draw the circle, and it's like you only want to bite the crust of the pizza, right? Stay on the crust. We have like the circle. The outside is the crust. Just bite the outside and get out. Don't get lost in the pizza sauce. That's how you die. Spidey, so we come back fast. Nice. We're down a support. Probably not go in here. So whenever you're down... Oh, I guess we could say this first. So for people who don't know, there's actually a setting that's off by default. So go to settings, go to audio, and then combat mix. Scroll down a little bit. And this setting, KO sound cue, this is off by default. If you turn these on, every time somebody dies, either on your team or their team, it will make a little ding sound. And that will help you pay attention to the flow of the game and like, oh man, both of my supports are dead. So now let's say we actually know both of our supports are dead. Spidey can't win a 2v6. It's just not going to happen. What Spidey can do is he can just pick somebody and try to go for a kill. So you can like zip over and do the pull off right here and try to get like hopefully Namor, maybe Rogue, maybe a support, something like that. Other than that, I would not stay around again. Yeah. All right, Moon Knight. See what we do on Moon Knight. Good. I'm already liking this. You don't see a lot of gold and like plat players do this, where they realize, okay, point's gone, I'm gonna go to the next corner. This is good. Yes, good. I was just about to say to go to high ground. Oh, darn it. Okay, let's explain high ground for a second. So, I love that you went to high ground. High ground is great for multiple reasons. It gives you easy access to everybody on the enemy team, and it gives you easy cover, right? So if you're on high ground and you're shooting this Mantis, all you have to do is back up, and the Mantis can't shoot you anymore. or you can jump down. Also, most high grounds have their own cover as well. Now, the other great thing about high ground is that you deny high ground from the enemy team, right? So this Namor is up here and he's trying to get a good angle on your supports. This is great. And so you being up here, now he has to contend with you first before he shoots these people. And so this is now a 1v1 above. So this is great. The only problem is you take a little bit of damage and then you get back out. What I would do here is I would try to use a little cover and stay for a little bit longer. With high ground, you want to take high ground as often as you can, and the only reason you drop is because you're forced to drop. Now, if this Namor has proven time and time again that he's just going to headshot you twice and you're going to die, then, like, sure, respect it. Like, since this is the beginning of the game, it's the first time you're on Moon Knight, I would try to force it. And, like, no, like, I'm going to skill check you. If you want this high ground, like, you're going to have to take it from me. So, chill here. You can even, like, stop here for a second and then, you know, press your I need healing button. And then hopefully the support that's on their way back will help you out. And then you keep fighting. All right. Oh, all right. Fair enough. All right. That Namor is kind of annoying. Yeah, it seems like it. Good Lord, he just killed your whole team. Okay, that happens. Yeah, so, I mean, if they prove it. So that's even more reason, though, for you to deny the high ground from the enemy Namor. What you can do in a situation like this, at high elo, this will definitely work. At low elo, it might not. But you just say, like, in chat or on VC, you say, like, hey, this Namor is doing really tough. I need help on the flank, right? Oh, thank you for the follow. Wow, my follow song is really long. So you say, all right, can I get one of the supports to follow me? And then you clear high ground with the support. Then the support can drop off, and then you use the high ground. Because then it's a 2v1, right? You get Moon Knight and, let's say, Cloak or Invis versus Namor. Namor's going to get pushed off, and then you keep going. Then he does that. Oh, my Lanta, he just walked into your team. or that works, I guess. Nice. I love this. Oh, White Fox no TP. Killer. Yeah! They're dead. Good stuff. Okay, Namor is flopping around. Force him off high ground. Good. Don't chase. Don't chase here, though. Good. Oh, excellent. All right. Let's talk about advantageous situations. Now this is something I haven't played too much Moon Knight, so this is something you're going to build into time over time, but start paying attention to individual matchups. So it's like, oh man, I've fought a Namor in close quarters and I won. That's probably pretty good. I fought a Namor in this situation and I lost. Is that because the Namor is better, or is it because the situation was different? And that's a way to just like learn, and like when you die, you take a second and be like, okay, did I walk into a bad spot there? An easy example is like if you're playing Hulk or Cap, right? And you're chasing somebody and you're fighting and you're doing fine. And then all of a sudden we go into this tiny room and now I'm getting thrown around and bullied. So that tells me I shouldn't be in close rooms with those characters because now I can't escape, right? Moon Knight has a double jump. Moon Knight has the grapple. And like none of those options can really help you in here. At the same time though, you also do a ton of damage in close quarters. So you'll have to weigh in the 1v1s that you do like and you don't like. You almost got him.
Watch over me.
All right, I'm curious how we're going to use our ult here. We're down? No, we're up one. They have a support ult. Okay, now we're down. Now we're down a lot. Probably just die or get out. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. They died before you got close. It happens sometimes, especially when you're contesting. Here, one of the best things you can do, maybe not in this scenario because you do have 5 people, is just press G. Just get out, go to the next spawn. A lot of the times what happens in low elo is like people will fight in this corridor, and then this door is going to open, and then they're going to get pincered, and then everybody's going to die. And then instead of that, now the cart's going to turn the corner, and then by the time we get the next fight, it's all the way up here. So you can stop that by just pressing G, walking back with your team, and then we pick up the fight here instead of up here, which is great. The other thing is nobody seems to know that there's a door here. In the backside of spawn, there's a staircase that goes up, and then there's a health pack, and there you go. But yeah, in this case, I probably would stay here as well, so I don't mind it. Yeah, nobody knows there's a door there. Nobody knows about this. It's crazy. And guess what? There's a door here too. You can go around this side. This one's less known or more known, but nobody knows about this one. I think it's hilarious. I knew about that one, but yeah. That's usually how it goes. Okay. That's risky, but all right. What? Changed our mind. Okay, that's fine. We're exploring. I see a lot of spamming down main. You are Moon Knight. But you can spam down side angles effectively as well. Off angles, I should say. Good. I love this. Okay, hopefully you're going to do what I think you're going to do. Hopefully. Good. Alright, fair enough. Playing it safe. Ult. What are we doing? No! Nice! No, don't chase! Oh, you really have a problem with chasing. Okay. All right, let's go over a couple of things here. I feel like I hold out for way too long. Yeah, I was just about to mention this. So some characters, specifically like supports, Magneto, there's a couple others. Those characters, like, if you press Q in the wrong time, you do it too early, you just lose, right? A character like Moon Knight is kind of the opposite of that. You need to be throwing this out like almost on cooldown. You get it so fast, and it's like not very impactful each time. But if you use it every single time, what you're going to do is you're going to force those supports to be thinking about Moon Knight ult. Now, they shouldn't be thinking about Moon Knight ult because it's not a great ult. You can avoid it pretty easily, and it only starts being decent when you start comboing it with other things, which doesn't really happen at this elo. But these supports don't know that. And so if you're ulting every 2 seconds, there's a good chance that you just force them to either randomly die because they're bad, or make a bad decision and ult because they're bad, or at the very least, you're going to get them to use some of their cooldowns, right? So Invis is going to jump, Cloak is going to fade, Mantis will maybe just die because it's Mantis. A great way of doing that is starting to look for like alternative value, I suppose. So instead of just like, man, I want to kill like 3 people, it's like, well, instead, let's think about it as a zoning ult or a forcing ult. So up here, you had a pretty good opportunity where I was like, ooh, you gonna do what I'm hoping? Was over here, I think. Let's jump to it. And like, you can stop me if you already know about this, and we'll move on. But here, a great way to use Moon Knight ult is to cut off people's escape, and then your team pushes in and secures kills. So right here, if you ult in this corner, now this Cloak is either going to fade forward and then right into your Emma and your team and die, or they're going to fade backwards back here Now the invis can't walk forward. Cloak can't walk forward. And so the Penny is isolated from her team, right? And it's just Mantis and Penny. Your team can still walk in and get kills. So you're not using it to kill them directly, but you're using it to cut off an escape. Another way, this one's more like risky. It's like probably not going to work, but there's a chance. It's kind of just like throwing it out. Over here, this is like definite. There's a perfect use. Right when the Penny ults. Right here. So Penny is ulting. What they're trying to do is they're trying to make space for their team to walk out of. Now you can take advantage of this in two ways. Either A, you drop it right now, and now Penny is running out and she's trapped. And if she turns left or right at all, if she goes this way or this way, she's cut off from her supports because her supports can't turn the corner, right? They're stuck back here. Or you can wait half a second until right here and then go for kills. And at the same time, when you throw the ult down, you throw the onk down, you're going to get the cloak to fade and the invis to jump, just like we said. But now when they do that, they're going to lose sight of the Penny, who's now taking damage from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. Right? So it's another opportunity to get like different type of value. So when you start looking for things like that, it gets a lot easier to like kind of throw your Q out. Then you also recognize that like, yeah, I ulted and I didn't get any kills, but now that I know, hey, look, Cloak doesn't have fade. And I can tell my Punisher, hey, look, Cloak doesn't have fade. Or the Emma. And then they can just W key and the Cloak is dead. So. And then here, this was great. And once again, you forced the Namor off of high ground. Now he can't just come up here and start shooting your team, like, you know, bust a hole in the wall or whatever. That's fine. More of a status ult and not for kills. Yeah. More for like making space, denying space, forcing out cooldowns, things like that. That's kind of what Moon Knight ult is. The other way you can use it to get kills is with a combo, right? So if you have Groot, if you have Angela, if you have there's one more I can't think of on the top of my head, but things that hold people still, then you combo with that. That can be fine. Strange. Or you can try to just get a solo kill on a character that you either know doesn't have a movement ability or already used it, right? So like we mentioned with Mantis doesn't have a movement ability. So you can throw in a ult and then throw the onk to kind of boop them up so they can't even run, and that'll just like kill Mantis. Or if you see Cloak doesn't have a fade, then she's really vulnerable, then you can get a solo kill on her. That's a much better way to think about it. Now again here, this is great. You force the Namor out, but this is the situation that I was talking about, but in reverse, right? Now the Namor has a support, and they can stay with you, but you can't. This is now a 2v1. So I'm glad we get out, but we shouldn't have chased in the first place. And let's stop like right here, and let's take a look at the situation. This situation, we're down 2, and they have so much control. But what could have happened is you ulted here, and they were all trapped in here. Like, those tiny decisions can make, like, a massive, massive difference. Which is great, because they're really easy to change. Just, like, understanding a little bit different way to ult. And now, all of a sudden, like, games that were just, like, I don't know what's going on. It's like, oh, I actually do have a lot of agency. I do have a lot of power. I can really force a lot of things to happen. More? Okay. Good. I love this. This is great. Fantastic. Okay, you forced him out. Get some healing. Okay, now go to your team for sure. Another thing that you can use Moon Knight ult for in this specific scenario is against an Invis ult. Invis ult does not heal enough to save everybody from Moon Knight ult. So if you overlap them correctly, a lot of the times what happens is everybody will just either die in the Invis ult or they'll leave the Invis ult, which either way is a huge gain for you. This is interesting. I like the idea there. I would have put it a little bit closer this way. But yeah, not bad. I used to do that, but I got told not to. Oh, interesting. Wait. You Used to be told what? Oh, for the invis ult? So, I guess it depends who you got told not to do that by. It's one of those things where it's not a never situation, right? Like, sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad. Most of the time in low elo, I would argue that it's good. People are pretty bad. And then in mid elo, it's like, eh. And then in high elo, it actually gets good again. So it's weird. It's not a never, it's not an always thing. But if somebody like Okami told you that, then I would listen to them and just trust that they know what they're talking about. The other thing you can do is if multiple people are telling you different things, you can do what's called limit testing. And you can test it and just be like, all right, did it work? Did I get value out of it? If not, why did I not get value out of it, right? So I ulted in there, but they had 2 ults going on, so it didn't get any value. Or like, if I ulted in there and nothing ended up happening, and then there was a situation where I could have gotten a kill, then that's probably why. They're a Celeste player from a different server. Yeah, in that case, I would just limit test it. I would try it out and then see what value you get. If you end up game after game after game, like not getting any value of it, then probably drop it. But in my games, I do find that it can be quite annoying. So, mileage may vary. That sucks.
Only 60 seconds left. Stop them in their tracks.
What?
Only 60 seconds left.
Oh, okay. Alright. Whatever, dude. Oh, you got headshot. What just happened? Okay. Okay, wow. Alright, this was a pretty decent play by the Mantis. They're on triple support, so she can afford to do this. And then you just got headshot. It happens sometimes. I like that you try to contest it. Get headshot. Something that can kind of avoid this situation is like try to find good corners that you can really excel. A lot of Moon Knights where I play, they can play up here or over here or over here. And then that kind of denies that. It's harder in lower elo though, because when you do that, these supports never turn around. So this is another, like, mileage is going to vary depending on elo thing. Like, again, I don't think there's much you could have done in that situation. It was just, like, a good play. It was a weird cloak and dagger ult. Like,
Watch over me.
that being said, as you go up in ranks, try to remember that and then, like, limit test it, right? You'd be like, okay, I went up a full division or a full rank, right? Like, instead of from, like, Plat 3 to Plat 2, I went up from Plat 3 to Diamond 3. Now let's try it again. And then just kind of limit test it and see, like, what are the people up here capable of? Okay, good awareness, sweet touch. That's all you can really do. That was great. You touched at the last possible second and you held for as long as you could on Moon Knight. I don't mind it. All right, now we are on Elsa, I believe. Let me just double check. Yeah, we're on Elsa. Elsa's a weird one. Elsa's tough. Very, very tough. Don't play her much. Very fun, very good character still, I think. I think she's like solidly like B+. Uh-oh. Ugh. You're playing a bit too aggressively for my tastes. I know Elsa does like to be in this kind of Bucky range, but your tank isn't really enabling you to do that. You want to try to stay behind the tank if you can. But if you don't get punished for it, keep at it. Just like once you start getting punished, then back up. The thing you do need to realize, though, is if you play like this, you're draining your support's resources. Like from this invis, you get her shield out and a bunch of healing that's stolen from other people, potentially. This is not the worst case of it that I've seen, but just be aware. That's death. Once again, if you can get away with this in your elo, great. This is just death. Like, yeah. Here in high elo, you're just gonna take so much damage. Elsa likes to be on close range off angles, is the way I think about it. So over here is like not bad if you can make it here. A lot of the times you just use a movement ability to get here. Now you're taking damage here. You can also actually shoot this. So let's go back to the beginning. It starts off like this, and you can shoot it, and then it eventually, if you do enough damage, it will open up just like this. And then you can go here, and this is more of a flank, but it's there. She also can be a nuisance from high ground. She can get up here and start poking people a little bit, and then when they come to contest her on this area, she can just like demolish people. But yeah, not like up front right there. And you do die for it, but luckily they're terrible and you're able to kill the Strange.
Not while there are still monsters on the loose.
Okay, let's talk about two things right now. So in combination with your positioning and like what Elsa wants, right? She wants those like close range off angles. Now let's throw in target priority. We talked about this in an earlier VOD, but in case we don't know, right? You want to pick the best target available to you, right? So if we're right here, the best target available is Strange. Let's just shoot. If we're up here, right? The best target available now would be Cloak. And then now, the best target available would probably be Namor. So how you pick the best target is a combination of multiple things. Usually, you want to try to avoid shooting tanks unless you're doing it for a very specific purpose. This tank is really low, or this tank is out of position, right? If a thing is back here, shoot the thing all you want. If a thing is over here, there's no point. So that's a factor. Ideally, squishies or supports are the highest value targets. What the? Anyway, supports are the highest value targets because if both teams lose somebody and one team loses a support but the other team loses a DPS, the team that loses a support is going to lose the fight way more often than not. So that's kind of how you value it. So it goes supports, then tank, then DPS, then tanks. And the reason it's not tanks than DPS, even though tanks are more valuable, it's just because they're harder to kill. They have the shields, they have high health bars, they have bubbles, they have movement abilities, they have all the things. So ideally the last thing you want to keep in mind is in a game like this, check the scoreboard and you see Namor has 27 kills, 4 deaths, and 18 final hits, right? I'm very hesitant to tell people to use the scoreboard for anything, but this is one thing that I'm very confident in. If you see one person on the enemy team that's constantly killing it, they're constantly on a flank, they're constantly just a thorn in the side, then it's a great thing to just target that person and shut them down if possible. So up here, we're like shooting at the Namor. Now he can't push forward because he's taking damage. He needs to back up. So that's like marking a high value target. we're down a cloak, I would get out, not in. Right? All right, get him. Let's talk about learning curves for half a second. I know this Namor has been a thorn in your side, and they're probably like, yeah, I don't know, you could call them a smurf, or maybe they're playing on an ult, or maybe they're just better than you, or whatever, and you're losing the 1v1s. In this situation, this game is very likely to be lost anyway if you don't contest the Namor. So what I would advise is chuck this up to a learning game and be like, all right, I know this Namor's probably going to kill me. I know we're probably going to lose this game if I don't contest this Namor. So I'm just going to fight the Namor over and over and over and lose that fight over and over and over just so I get practice fighting somebody who's better than me. That's a great way to learn and go about it. And it's applicable in like every scenario. Uh-oh. Yeah. I definitely feel like I learn less in winning games. Yeah. Games where you lose are so good for learning because it's literally telling you if you play like this, if you make these mistakes, you're not going to win. So you have to change. And like, it's also the best time to like experiment. All right, we're losing. We're getting our ass kicked anyway. Might as well try something. Like, use it as an opportunity to learn. It's so good for you. We have an ult here. Elsa's ult's one of the best in the game. Oh, okay. I feel like our team is kind of throwing. People are typing. Yeah. You actually have the combos down pretty well, and your mechanics have been much better than like most gold players I watch. At CC immune. Yeah. With Elsa's ult, you need to be aware of like two things, which is anybody who's CC immune and anybody who can do a ton of damage. Now we know. Oh. I forgot he was CC immune. Yeah, it happens. Oh, in case you forget and you're mid-game, an easy way to tell is health bars. Health bars glow yellow when people are CC immune. Anything that's CC immune, they glow and they kind of pulse. So, handy little tip. I think you can also change the color to make it stand out more. But don't quote me on that one. I remember it being like that. Nice. Good kill. Oh, and Strange was the last to die, so you guys probably get this point. Ah! Okay. What's up, Paradox? I think I have 45 minutes on Elsa. This is impressive for 45 minutes on Elsa. Most people I watch have way more hours on Elsa and way less control. You just need to get you some 1v1 time so you can contest those angles and a little bit more of like game sense and you'll be golden. Also, if you want to learn more Elsa micro specific things, always check out, YouTube, watch people who are good. I would avoid like shorts that just show you combos. I would prefer to watch like somebody that you know is good and then playing full games. And then if they do a crazy combo, then you can slow it down, learn the combo, and then also zoom it back out and see like, okay, why was this combo safe to use? A lot of the times they just blow all their cooldowns and then you try it and you get killed and then it's like, well, that's stupid. So be aware of that. Oh, that's smart. You can see when you're blinded. Huh. Ooh, I would ult here just for momentum. Oh, yes! Oh, excellent. Oh, no, keep him that way. Okay, it still works. You guys got the point. Now just go to spawn. Yeah, just die here or walk to spawn. That was great. That was fantastic. Good game sets.
My hunt's not over yet. There you are, you cheeky gits. Breathing gunshot.
Bad habit on Spidey of using combos that use too much swings or stuff. Yeah, it's really common on characters like Spidey, Thing, VP, Black Cat. Elsa's another one. Okay, this is speaking to a different problem. When somebody, if you notice, for the most part, your aim is pretty steady, right? But when you get in, like, this was all good. But now it's like you're starting to panic, and now your aim is getting, like, really jittery. Really jittery. So be careful that you're not panicking. Make sure you drink water, as dumb as it sounds. Like, drink water, try to breathe, calm down, and, like, try to relax. Because if you start getting, like, jittery, that makes things so much harder. Also, make sure you're not grabbing your mouse too tight. I have that problem.
My hunt's not over yet.
Oh. Okay.
Only 60 seconds left. Hold still. I'm trying to help.
Good. I love this. Yeah, this is great. You forced her into tight quarters. Fantastic. Oh, and now you have your ult. Huge. And now you're gonna ult. Hold it. That's fine. Going to a close range off angle, perhaps. Range looking for ult. Namor on high ground.
30 seconds.
A full flank. Elsa can do this, but be wary, I suppose. Okay.
So close. This is your big chance.
By the eye of Agamotto.
Okay, good invisible. Don't ult here, just wait. Alright, let's once again target priority. If we're paying attention and we're ult tracking, we know they have two supports. We haven't seen Cloak ult in a while, so she either has it or she's close, and their invis is just ulted. So the most important person you can either kill so they can't ult or force them to ult early is Cloak. So once these support ults go down, I hope we target the Cloak if possible. I just kind of use it on a tank. And now the Cloak died. Hang on. Yo. Oh, you guys push it all the way. Crazy. All right. Yeah, go fight the Namor. Yes. Holy One of the great things about Elsa is she has so much movement that also attacks. So whenever the situation changes, you can also just like dash to a health pack, which is completely fine. Same thing with Spidey. I feel like you were very content with getting the kill instead of just, all right, I'm going to get out, get my health pack, and then go try again.
Bloodstones don't go down quite so right then. Doing this or not?
I think I grabbed my mouse to where there's marks on your hand. Oh yeah, I had that problem too. It takes a lot to get out of it. I try to do like an open grip where now my pinkies, like actually my pinky and my ring finger are on the mat. Yo, great movement. You touch point. It's all you can do. You probably gave enough time for portal. And shotgun punisher? Shotgun? Shotgun! Oh, we get slept immediately. Oh, and then we get stunned immediately. Bro, you just played tank for 12 for 12 seconds. That was awful.
3, 2, 3.
Are you on Namor now?
You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
Okay. Alright, if they're gonna portal, I would go to... Well, better to stay together. Right? I don't like this. Whenever a portal opens up, the best thing you can do is ground yourself to a safe corner to start with, right? The portal's opening up, and I'd prefer if you were just like, buy this, right? And then we poke out, we do damage, and then here. Poke out and do damage here. It's way easier to just naturally do that when people are walking this way because you've done it so many times. Whenever a portal opens up, it could be here looking this way. It could be here looking that way. It could be over here looking this way, and then they come out and attack from here. You know, it could, so many different options. So ground yourself, find cover, and then attack. Yeah, you're grabbing your mouse so tightly.
Only 60 seconds left.
Thanks.
A little help, please.
Oh, nice shot. Yeah, it feels like you play most characters down here. Just use high ground more. And we already covered it, so. But it's so helpful. Okay, their cloak is just on me. Uh-oh. Now Namor's on high ground. Wow. Nice. Yo! Namor diff. Let's go. Oh, the invis. Oh, this is a draw. That's right. I can't believe you guys drew this. Nice. Wow. What a game. Crazy game. Yeah, I mean, so using high ground, using off angles, taking the 1v1s, learning the matchups. I think that's mostly what it is. Like those are the big three that I can think of off the top of my head. And then we went over a bunch of micro stuff. So I hope that helps. Thanks for the VOD. Yeah. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. I am out of time. I think we went longer than I was supposed to. I'm sorry, but people had VODs, so here we are. But yeah, thank you guys for everything. Thanks for the VODs. Thanks for letting me do this.
All right. Well, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you taking your time out of your day to do this. I just want to say thank you for everybody that showed up, and then everybody that submitted, and thank you for doing this for us today.
Of course, I'm glad I could help. Thank you guys for everything. Take care.
Take care. Thank you.
All right. So here we go. We finished the Discord presentation. Never done that before. I'm sorry I kind of neglected Twitch chat today. I'm sorry. Caesar, I saw your tips. I appreciate you. Paradox, thanks for stopping by. Churro, thanks for your tips as well. I saw Firefox. I saw Jake, of course. I saw Charizard. Witty, I saw. Appreciate you all. Thank you so much. If I stream, the next time will be Sunday. I think more people submitted VOD reviews in the Discord. So to anybody who did, I may have time on one random night to record them offline and then upload the video. Perhaps. I'll do my best. Yeah, that's it for today's stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. God bless. See you next time.